In this video, I'll be talking about how you convert grams to moles or moles to grams. In every stoichiometry problem that you have, those are problems where you have a balanced equation and you're given grams of either a reactant or product and asked about grams of another reactant or product. All those types of problems all use the unit moles. So if you're given grams in the problem, you always have to change it to moles before you do any other steps. If you're given moles, you're golden and you can go on. But if you're given grams, you have to convert to moles. So let's say that we have 27.8 grams of NaCl, table salt. And we want to convert this into moles. The first thing we need is we need the molar mass. That's the grams per mole. And so the molar mass is found just by adding together the atoms in the formula. So we have Na, one of them, and one Cl. So we're going to do Na, the mass of Na, plus the mass of Cl. So the mass of Na, when we look on our periodic table, Na is right there, 22.99. And the mass of Cl is over on the other side of the periodic table as a nonmetal. It's over here, 35.45. So we just need to add those two together. $22.99 plus 35.45 is equal to 58.44 grams per mole. So in our problem, we were given 27.8 grams of NaCl. So we need a conversion factor. So we're going to multiply by our conversion factor. And we know that there are 58.44 grams in 1 mole. We want the units to cancel, so we're going to put grams on the bottom. So we're going to put our 58.44 grams on the bottom, and that's how many grams are in one mole of NaCl. So that means we're going to do 27.8 times 1, which is just 27.8, and divide by 58.44. Don't worry about sig figs until the end. So we're going to have 27.8 divided by 58.44 equals 0.4757 blah blah blah. Okay, so we have this big long calculator answer, and how much of that should we actually keep in our final answer? So our gram unit canceled and we're just left with moles, but we want to put the correct number of moles. So we go back and we look at our original number that we were given. 27.8 was how much with the number we were given. 1, 2, 3 digits. So starting on the biggest end of the number, we're going to keep 1, 2, 3 digits, and we're going to cut this part off. But before we cut it off, we need to look right there, and if that is 5 or larger, we're going to round up the last number that we're keeping. So we're going to keep 4, 7. Our 5 is going to round up to a 6 moles NaCl. And that's how you convert from grams to moles. So let's try one more for practice. You can pause it, work it out, and then check your answer. So we are going to convert 6.2 grams of Ca, calcium hydroxide, CaOH2, and we want to convert that to moles. So we want to know how many moles is that. So we start with our 6.2 grams, and we are going to multiply by the conversion factor, and the conversion factor will be 1 mole on top, and we need to figure out the molar mass of CaOH2. So we need a Ca, we need 2 O's, and we need 2 H's. Remember that this number outside the parenthesis distributes into both elements inside the parentheses. So Ca, left side of the periodic table, 40.08. Plus 2 oxygens. Oxygen is 16 exactly. Plus 2 hydrogens. Hydrogen is 1.01. So this equals 40.08 plus 2 times 16 plus 2 times 1.01 equals 74.1. grams per mole. That number, the molar mass, is what we are going to put in our conversion factor. So 74.10. So we're going to end up with 6.2 divided by 74.10 equals, remember our gram unit cancels, we left with moles. 6.2 divided by 74.1 is 0.0836 ... Okay, so we go back and we look at our original number. Our original number right here, our given, had 1, 2 digits. So we are going to ignore the 0 and keep 1, 2. So we're going to cut this part off, but since that's a 6, we're going to round our 3 up to a 4, and our final answer will be 0.084. That's our rounded digit. And our only unit that's left, because grams canceled, is moles. So there's our final answer. So that's how you convert grams to moles. The next thing we're going to look at is how do you convert moles back to grams? Because often you are asked for grams, and so at the end of the problem you're going to have to go back to grams. So this time we're going to be given moles, or we've calculated moles of something, and we want to convert that into grams. So this time we're given moles. So let's start with 2.555 moles of LiBr, lithium bromide. We want to convert that into grams. This time, when we do our conversion factor, since we have moles given, moles is going to have to go on the bottom. So our 1 mole is going to have to go on the bottom of our conversion factor so that mole cancels. And we're going to have to put our molar mass in grams on top. So LiBr is 1 Li, 1 Br. So Li is right here, 6.94. Br is down here, 79.90. We add those two together. 6.94 plus 79.9, and we get 86. Notice I don't ever round this number, my conversion factor number. I keep as many digits as I can possibly have. So that number is going to go on top, 86.84 grams in 1 mole. And so now I'm going to end up taking 2.55 times 86.84, and then the whole thing is going to be divided by 1. Well, that's the same number. So all we have to do is 2.55 times 86.84, and we get 221.442. That's all the digits it gave us. But we're not going to keep that many. And remember, moles canceled, so we are left with just grams as our final unit. But we don't want to keep that many spots. So we go back and look at our original problem. We were given 1, 2, 3 digits. So we're going to save 1, 2, 3 digits. We're going to cut off the decimal part, and we're going to say 221 grams as our final answer. All right, let's try one more going this way for practice. All right, this time, let's start with 52 moles of oxygen gas. So when we multiply by our conversion factor, since we have moles, we want to put moles on the bottom. Remember, the moles is always 1, and we're going to put our molecular mass on top. So oxygen, 1 oxygen is 16. But notice there's a 2 right here, which means 2 atoms of oxygen bonded together. So we have to double that. So our molar mass is 32. So we're going to take 52 times 32, which is 1664 grams, because moles canceled and we're left with grams. But too many digits. So we go back and we look at our original question, 2 places. So we're going to keep this one and this one. The next one's a 6, so we're going to round that up to a 7. So we're going to keep the 1, the 7. We got to keep these places, otherwise it's just 17. So we're going to make those be zeros, grams. So now this one has 2 digits, significant digits, and this one has 2 significant digits, but it's 1,000 something. 1,000 something. So even though we're just keeping these 2 to be non-zeros, we have to fill in with zeros all the way to where the decimal point would be so that it makes the number the right size. And that's how you convert between grams and moles. I hope this was informative, and I hope you'll come back for some more of my chemistry tutorials. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day.